day number 25 of my gratitude challenge, and today I'm grateful for following my impulsive ideas, because I got this impulsive idea that's to ask a political activist if he wanted to participate in a talk, interview, call it what you want, with the subject of how to find the will, what's the thought behind, and what's the philosophy behind all of his actions, because I think that could relate to a lot of other people, myself included. And also how to find the motivation to keep on fighting this, because not many people really have that power to fight it and keep putting it up in themselves. And I know that one of his thoughts about all of these things is that he perceives life kind of like you're putting into a movie, and your mission is to play that part in this movie so well that you can receive an Oscar by the end of your life. And I think that's such a beautiful thought he put into my mind. So I'm grateful for that. But also I'm grateful for that after getting this idea, I texted him 5 minutes after on Messenger, and immediately after he texted me back and he said, yes, I would very much like to participate in this, because I think this is a good cause. And I'm also very grateful for him wanting to participate, but also I'm grateful that when you follow your impulses and they get taken immediately, because that gives me this idea that I'm starting to have real clean impulse. So I'm also grateful for that. And I'm grateful for this brown Danish bread, because it tastes good, but also because it's so Danish as anything can be. And whenever I've been going traveling for a while, one of the first things I really start to miss and look forward to when I get home, that's actually a piece of Danish Rugbrød. That's amazing. The next thing on my gratitude list, that is meeting an old friend. And this particular guy, I met him on a weekend, something like 4 years ago. I'm not actually sure how long it was. And back then we were talking very good together, and we decided one day we have to meet up again. And that has been some occasions, but it never really fitted into both schedules. And then all of a sudden it happens. And when it happens, I think it's so cool, because when we were talking, we were in this state of mind and we were having this feeling that we have to meet again. So when it finally happens, then it's kind of like you're putting something into life that you started like 4 years ago, and I think that's such a great feeling. So I'm grateful for this happening. And then I'm grateful for going to a concert with a Danish singer called Boevers, because it's always an experience to go to his concerts, because he's amazing. And also because it's like his lyrics go from very deep love into melancholic, into very happy music, and he's playing with his words and his lyrics. It's so amazing. So I'm very grateful for having this experience. And after the concert, then I was meeting the artist, and I'm also grateful for that. Not so much for meeting him, because he's just a human being like everyone else. But the cool thing is actually that you see the human being behind the artist, and it's so nice to see, because you know the lyrics, you know the music, you see the artist, but seeing the person behind all of this, that's a very big thing, and I'm grateful for that. And also I'm grateful for getting a bit of background of some of these songs, because I've heard them before, and now getting the background of them. Also I'm grateful for that, especially one of the songs, because I use that song as therapy for myself in accepting and understanding a situation when I was going through bad times. And this song helped me a lot to kind of like twist my ankle. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for Melon, because it's sweet, it's fresh, and it just has this taste of summer. And it's all kind of melons, I love them all. So I'm grateful for that. And then after this concert we were sitting outside on a bench, and then there was this cowboy guitarist, and I think he was quite cool. He was playing good, and then after he has been playing for a while, he was heading past our table, and we started talking to him, and he came over to our table, and he was so passionate, telling about how all of his guitars and showing us pictures on how his first cover would look with him and his guitar and all of it. And it was so nice to see this young guy, and he was like so passionate. And also at the same time, it's like, well, if you come by another time, I would really love to play for you. Just come over to me. My family has this shop over here. Just come in. I always have my guitar, and I'll be happy to play for you. I'm grateful for that. That's so cool. And the last thing on my list is that I'm very grateful for having another amazing day, because it's like, first of all, it's nice to have an amazing day. Everyone's like that. But most of all, because I can kind of like start to feel a lot of this process that I have started with this gratitude starting to, to repay, kind of like duga, not because I'm expecting a repay in that sense, but it's nice to see that you're starting a process, and you learned a lot, you have created a lot, and at the same time you're actually starting to see a lot of this inner process out in the physical world. And I am so grateful for that. So all in all, I'm a grateful man, having a lot of cool experiences, meeting a lot of cool persons, and I don't know, I love life.